Okay, we're hanging exhaust. You guys just seen. We've got this side on. Now, by the math, we measured this elbow and we got tall rubber on these wheels that the truck's sitting on. So by the math, when we put our low pros and our wheels on that Peter has right now, and he's polishing all the wheels out, Peter almost chrome. So we're getting those back probably into the week or so. That dude's gonna sit about 5 3/4 inches off the ground, the elbow, which is phenomenal. It's awesome. I'm happy about that. And we're getting ready to put our other exhaust on this side. What are y'all doing?
Brackets.
Oh, man, them bolts sure look shiny. How did those bolts get so shiny? Did you do that?
I think they're chromed.
So they're getting the brackets on. We've already got our center spool and elbow together. This is an air-cooled kit. So if anybody doesn't know about an air-cooled kit from Dynaflex, this is an 8-inch stack, but inside there's a 5-inch stack and it's separated, you can see. So it keeps the exhaust away from the outer edge, and your exterior temp on your exhaust is way cooler than if it was just a straight 8-inch pipe. They're pretty awesome. So we got that. We got 68-inch top stacks, which we already put the top stack up on this side. And at this point, we're kind of getting these on, because once the exhaust is on, we can finish doing all our routing under here. We've got most all of our plumbing done. It does look like a mess right now, but it's pretty organized, to be honest. And there's our, you can see our pipe right here that we had made just to move the DPF back. And yeah, so we get both sides on, we can get our Y pipe, and we can run our exhaust back this way. Another thing we've done on this truck, which is different than we've done before, is the back of this DPF is actually off of an active truck. So essentially the DPF is off of an active truck now. Where if it was a grass burner, instead of it coming out this direction, it would come out this way straight back. This gave us a ton more room, and we were able to take our eye panel and even scoot our eye panel back even further, closer to the fuel tanks and everything. Another fun fact, the fuel tanks, when the air is out of the sleeper, is like an inch and 3/4. You'll have an 1 3/4 gap between here and the top of the fuel tank when the air is out of the sleeper, and you can like barely get your finger under it. It's pretty awesome. We got a lot of chrome already done on the engine. So we got our air to airs hooked up, and we've got our radiator tube hooked up. We've got our one tank on this side, but we still got to do the washer tank over here, put it on. And we're gonna polish these clamps and all that stuff too, but it's kind of getting it all fitted. But she's much closer. And then got all our stuff coated for exhaust all down in there nice and pretty. Usually on a 389, you'll have a bunch of wires that run all the way across here and go into this hole. Chaz made a really cool plate that's gonna go right here, and you can see our dots. We're gonna end up putting some small nut certs right there. We'll have a plate that bolts on. It'll look like a continuation of this dude. And now we don't have any wires over here, and we shock plumbed everything in down on the other side going into the cab. Just further kind of cleans this up. And we've got stuff to still do. You can see we've got notes about stuff for painting and whatnot, but and over here, putting together some clamps. Read the clamp, man.
Yeah, I'm the clamp guy.
You gonna make it tight?
Yeah. See how shiny those are?
Look at that. Man, they were shiny. Hey, listen, other wild things we've done on this truck that just because we chromed our bolts holding the sleeper to the cab. And let's also not forget these breathers and mirrors that Peter polished look freaking awesome. They almost look like chrome. So we had a counter over here earlier, and it got unplugged. Was that unplugged on purpose, Shock?
No, I accidentally was plugging the phone in to charge it to record videos.
Oh, I thought maybe y'all unplugged it because y'all are like the stress was too much. We've got 18 days to be done.
It's 18 now?
It's 18. We're at 18 days. Hey, listen, we're getting stacks on it tonight, and we're getting this stuff hooked up. We got boxes to come, and we got fuel tanks, and I mean, we're not far away from being able to fire it up. And I don't know, we're gonna get the stacks on, and then once that's done, I'll open up the door, show you where we're at with the interior. Worked a bunch on the interior. Shock's been working on a bunch of stuff under the sleeper. I got most of the stuff in the sleeper knocked out, and it's pretty. The interior's pretty close. We've got some hubs. We're gonna talk about this later, but axles and hubs going on this truck are pretty awesome. You'll have to wait another video about that, but I'm telling you, they're cool. And yeah. All right, so we're getting ready to put on the fuel tanks, which is going to be like a 3 or 4 man operation here in a second. How many people we need? 5?
Maybe 6.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. 2 to bring us snacks, and 3 people to work on it.
And 1 to tell us good job.
Oh, yeah. So, getting ready to put these dudes on, and then we can fit our eye panel we just got here, and then in a minute I'll show you guys the awesome rear center panel we got for this truck. But first things first, we're gonna get some fuel tanks on this thing. This is like a one and done deal. You got to get it perfect, then tighten it up, because we don't want to leave any marks in the paint, and we want it to look as perfect as possible, which means yeah, got to be a little bit careful. All right, we're in the paint booth. We're fixing to get our one of our last steps. You still got a couple other steps. But we're Mark's about to put clear on the hood. So he's already painted the stripes on the hood and on our inside panels. And basically the inside panels go over here, and they cover this up, so the stripe just comes around, and the panel's gonna cover that part up. And the way it is, you can barely feel the stripe as it's sitting. It's pretty low. So once they start adding clear on this dude, and then all the wet sanding and buffing, this thing will go away, and you'll never feel a stripe in it at all. It's a very lengthy process to do the paint like this, but it is gonna look awesome. And pretty excited. We'll get a hood on this truck in a couple of days. All right, so we took the fuel tanks back off. We're 12 days we have to be there. 12. No big deal, right? Yeah, it's fine. A little dirty, been polished and stuff. Okay, we'll just show you. So a couple of things here. One, I want to make sure everybody can see this now, because pretty much you're never going to be able to see it once it's in the truck. I mean, you can, but it'll be very hard. That is our custom chrome plated billet aluminum adjustable panhard bar.
That's it. For the sleeper.
For the sleeper. It's pretty awesome. The reason behind this is the stock panhard bar is just, it's set, it's got its height. When you're up, the sleeper's gonna sit here. When it's down, the sleeper's gonna sit here. It will move left to right depending on how it's set. We wanted to get it like dead nuts perfect as possible, so we had made our own panhard bar. This way we can adjust it exactly where we want it, and so the up and down of the sleeper will keep it as close to dead center as possible with everything we've done with the body drop and all that stuff. We took the tanks back off because we're changing the panhard bar, and also we took the entire bottom side of all of our panels for the hidden, what do you want to call that? Just the bottom of the floor sleeper skin skirt?
Sleeper skin, yeah.
Skin skirt, something. Anyway, we took all that off because we ran our wires for a cabin sleeper panel. We thought about this after we'd done all of it. We were like, you know what? Where are we going to put our wires for a cabin sleeper panel? And we don't want to see them. So they're all hidden inside the truck. And the plug is just going to literally be this one little plug. And it'll come right out of the floor. So, yeah, we got that. And now we're going to stick our panhard bar. I'll show you. It'll be kind of hard to lay down here. It'll go. It's hard to crawl on these things that are this low, but it goes right there, and it goes that way. So like once the truck's together and our panel's in back here, it'll be pretty tough to get in there and see it. But yeah, put this in, put all of our stuff back in the bottom, and put our tanks back on. And really, it's not a big deal, right?
No.
I mean, we've got, wait. Shaka says 12 days and 23 hours.
We should be done by
You
tomorrow.
have to leave.
Right. You know. Basically, we've been kind of tackling this now as like, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So we're not we done one night really late, and then they kind of kicked our butt for a bit. So we're just kind of like, we're going to cap it off at like 12 hours a day, and then, and just hard leave at 12 hours. So that way everybody can stay rested. We don't get ourselves sick or anything like that. Yeah, so we'll just go back to putting stuff together. All right, while Shock and Chaz are back there, they are working on putting the underskirt on the sleeper. I am getting ready to paint this piece of the exhaust. So this comes out of the DPF and runs over, connects to our Y pipe. It's all stainless, welded up and pretty and stuff. And I've never used this before, but it's called Eastwood High Temp Coating. It's matte silver and is good to 1400 degrees. Can be sprayed in a paint gun or brushed on. I'm gonna use a paint gun. Try to hopefully make this pretty even. It's 1400 degrees, it should work just fine. I've been sanding this with 180. You can see right here, and on this side, I have not yet. So I'm gonna sand all this stuff, take a Scotch-Brite pad, get in the welds real good, and go put it in the booth and paint it, let it sit overnight, and in the morning we'll be able to put this on and have our exhaust connected, and then we'll put our fuel tanks back on. So interesting to see how this turns out. This stuff is not real inexpensive, I would say, but hopefully does the trick. All right, so it's painted. This stuff's drying pretty quick. It has a pretty good, smooth texture to it. So we'll run with it. So that should, again, be good for 1400 degrees, and it should stay nice and silver looking underneath the truck. We'll peel all this back, and then under there's our flex, which is all polished out now. And we're gonna let this dry and probably leave it overnight and then put it on in the morning in our fuel tanks. So getting back to where we were going. All right, so we've been getting a lot done on the truck, and Eli and Mark have been in the paint shop getting this hood knocked out. Freaking thing looks like glass. We got our inside panels. They've got the stripe going in, and our panels will cover up the rest of this. The whole inside of the hood is painted. They still got a wet sand to buff the whole inside of the hood as well, because the inside is going to look just as nice as the outside when they get done. Hey, were you not able to? I was wondering about, like, there's some like paint lines right here.
Yeah, I thought you wanted to just stay in there.
Oh, you think you can buff them out or no?
Yeah, those above that.
They'll just like a 80 grit sandpaper, just hit that.
Yeah, and then we'll spray chrome on them.
The spray chrome will work good. I like that. There's a plethora of smart Alex around here, me included. So anyway, he's knocking that out, and Mark's over here working on our floor. So we've already got they've got the sleeper floor knocked out, and it's in there, and the whole sleeper is pretty much done right now. And you've been doing a bit of sanding and priming and filling and stuff, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Lots of it.
It's looking good. Now we're not gonna make the floor as slick as the truck, because it's gonna be real hard to get in and out of that thing.
Yeah.
We were discussing this, and Mark was like, how in depth do we need to go with the floor? And I was like, if it is as slick as the rest of the truck, I mean, I don't know that you'd be able to. You'd have to have suction cups on your feet to walk in it. So we're not going wild with the paint on this. It's just going to be a nice blue with a little bit of texture to it, and we're not going to like ceramic coat it or do anything crazy, because literally it would be impossible to walk on. It'll look pretty sharp when it's in the truck though.
Oh yeah.
I like it. Okay, we got another piece of the puzzle almost completely done. We just got to put a few little deals back here, but let's talk about these full stainless 304 boxes inside and out. We got a billet manifold with all of our air lines coming out to it. And my fingers hurt from polishing all these dudes. It's a lot, and I've still got more to do yet. But the inside of this box is all our air management, and it looks awesome. So we got actuators for our overinflate and for our bumper flip. And that's everything for our front air ride. And we got our adjusty air pressure valve for the flip, and your air dryer completely all painted. Like, check that reflection out. You run over here to the back side of this dude. She's pretty. So now all of our air lines for the truck are gonna go in here. You know what we gotta do before we do that? sketchy stuff.
Like put it on the truck?
No, we got to polish the main feed line.
Oh, that's right.
And so you're going to have to take and hold the polisher, and I'm going to have to like do that deal and polish it real quick. And then that way, because we didn't polish it before we put it back in the truck, which should be good. That just take a second. So we'll just take the polisher and he'll hold it. And then I'm going to take the airline we got right here. I just thought about that. But this main airline right there, she's not polished. So, gotta polish that guy. Then we'll route all this stuff, plug it in our box, and trim all our airlines up, make them all nice and pretty. Hang our box up here. But look, we've gotten a long ways. We're just a few days away from having to be a Mets. And as you can see, we still got a long way to go. We still haven't even fired the engine up yet. So, put the orange buff on that one.
Okay.
So we still have a lot to do. Hood is almost complete. We should get it back Friday, I think, and we'll get the hood fitted, but almost the entire interior is done. I'll show you guys that later in a different video, but we're gonna throw this box up here and finished tighten up our air tank. Another cool thing with this air tank is, so the outside of these are 304 stainless, and then I went and polished, you can see, inside the straps also, and the stainless bolts and the nuts and everything. So if there's any reflections on the box, or if you're looking in there and want to be like see everything touched on this truck, pretty much inside and out of the straps are even polished. Yeah, so we're gonna get that put on real quick. Totally fine. There's nothing sketchy about this at all. But hey, that's how you do it. If you forgot to, polish the deal, you can just do it like that.
The hard way.
The hard way. All right, we're fixing to attempt to turn the truck over, not crank it, but just make sure everything's happy.
Batteries are hooked up, turned on,
Yep,
they're ready to go.
they're good. They're activated.
Yeah, help
Okay.
button.
Just turn the key.
I did.
Oh.
It's not.
I mean, you said it's Bluetooth, right?
The batteries are. This isn't.
Well, doesn't it all work together off of the same thing?
Oh, you're right. We didn't put it on the battery.
Put it on the battery.
It's still not working.
I still didn't hear no clicking.
So we got the right.
It's connected now.
It's connected. Yeah, we got it.
Got the right connection.
She's got right connection. Would you like to do the honors
I'll turn the key over yet.
and see if she runs?
Sure will.
It's probably the most important thing to get this thing to a show is it's got to run.
Oh, it's got to start. Yeah.
7 days.
Oh, stop. Okay, here we go. For real this time. We're gonna see if she runs. Fingers crossed. Oh, look at that. She runs. All right. Let's cut it off because we got wires and stuff hanging on the exhaust That way we just don't get things too hot down there because we got a lot hanging on the exhaust under here.
Oh, okay.
So don't need to run any extra heat on that stuff yet.
But it starts.
But it starts. That was the goal. Like, she starts. So I already feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always acted like we're nervous, but Tyler's the man. Like they always start.
We always get them running one way or another.
Yeah, right. Well, cool. We got a running truck. Now he's got to finish putting it together in 7 days. All right, guys, we've been plugging away, getting this truck done. And right now we got 7 days, 20 hours to go. I'm gonna flip the camera around. This is concluding where we're at with this truck build right now. New video coming out afterwards, but I'm gonna show you where we're at with all the stuff. And we've got a lot more done that we haven't been covering. I've not been doing an exceptional job at filming things because we've just been 100 miles an hour trying to get this truck ready. It's a huge undertaking. But anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera around, show you where we're at right now. All right, so over here we got our engine. She's mostly ready to go. We got to put our Dynaflex chrome intake setup on there. We've got a couple other pieces that we're doing to this engine that are still top secret, and we'll show you guys later when we get it completely put on. But pretty cool stuff. We got a couple of things to paint under the hood, but you know, she runs, so there's that. We know everything's good. We got lights working. Chaz is finishing up our box. Look at this. That is a piece of art. Like full-blown stainless all the way through, inside and out. There's a freaking mirror in here, and the manifold, and all our hoses. Like, I love this box. It's a shame to put a cover on it. So, Shock's in here doing some lighting stuff. How's the lights now?
You want to see them?
Yeah. Bam. Plenty bright in there. And then you can flip them, we can go to blue. The blue pattern looks awesome on the, and there's a lot more lights that turn on in here. We got those knocked out right now. Pretty awesome. Another thing we should talk about, how about this door? We made this panel to mimic the factory, and this is actually made out of steel. And that's because our door panel, it bolts in here, and it holds in really good, but we wanted just a little extra holding it together. So we've got magnets in the door panel also that will hold it to this. Just probably like an overkill thing, but listen, it's painted inside out the same color as the truck. This stuff was all black from the factory. We got our air tank to still kind of get done up and little things like that, but our next piece of the puzzle too, tomorrow we'll start working, make these fit. Get our covers for that guy. So yeah, our center panel's all knocked out. I freaking absolutely love this center panel. I'm tripping over things. And then our hubs. So Peter's coming over here. He's going to do some more polishing on them, but we've got fully sanded and polished hubs to go on. We're on the truck, and then we've got our axles to put on yet. And he's bringing us wheels tomorrow so we can mount tires, get all our wheels, get our fenders put on it tomorrow. What is on our list for tomorrow? Because I mean, it's a little bit late. We're going home, but he's like, we've talked about so much stuff. Put a truck together, the whole dang truck. But tomorrow is going to be finishing up the back end back here and fenders and whatnot. We're going to finish putting our airline box in up front here. We've got a little bit more interior work to still do yet. We got a little bit left to finish in here, not a whole lot, and a little bit left to do in there. Then wiring up stereo, that's going to be the final deal, and putting the amp rack and stuff in. Put our front wheels on and our boxes on probably. So we got a lot. Oh, we'll be able to finish our mirrors tomorrow. So Peter's bringing us back our spot mirrors that are all polished, and our brackets for our watermelon light over here. We'll get those on. So yeah, we're getting a bunch. We're gonna get a bunch done tomorrow. End of the day tomorrow, this thing's gonna look even more like a truck, and everybody's gonna feel a lot better about our deadline, because if you look over here, we got her running so we don't forget, but we're 7 days, 20 hours, and 26 dang minutes before we gotta be in Louisville with this thing. All right, guys, that's it for the video. It's like, dang, I don't know, 10, what time is it?
9:30.
9:30. We're going to bed. We're capping ourselves off at like 12 hours a day. That way, it's like we're going with marathon, not a sprint. So just every single day
Well,
for 12 hours.
We go over 12 hours. You don't get here till 9:30, so this is 12 hours for you.
I run parts in the morning. Why are you like, no, don't even call me out like that. I'm up early, but I'm running all over town picking up little things that we realized that we didn't have. It's a daily thing. I got a list right now of stuff to do in the morning, jerk. But you guys have been killing it. We've all been working our butts off. This thing's going to be awesome when it gets to Mid-America. And I don't know, just excited to get to Louisville. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the stuff so you can see the rest of the content coming out on this truck. And we're going to be at Matt's, so you're going to want to come to our booth. Follow us on all the social media, because we're putting up everything that we're bringing in our booth at Matt's. And we've got a ton of new shirts and hats, and we've got a ton of 589 parts. We've been working on some really cool displays. Like our booth this year, Tommy's been he's killing it. We're gonna have the coolest booth we've ever had at a show, and it's awesome. And pretty excited about the whole deal coming up in 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hope you guys enjoy the video. We'll see you on the next one.